Hello, agents of God. It's good that you've called me. I've got some clues for your next case. Here's your first clue. Here's another clue. Here's what's really going to help us. The code book. Today's code also comes from the book of Exodus. After Moses had gone back to Egypt and talked to Pharaoh, God had performed a number of miracles. God told Moses, I'm going to free your people from Egypt now. And then people will look back and they will remember this day and they will celebrate this day as the great Passover when God delivered Israel from Egypt. So just like God said, on the 14th day of the month, Pharaoh called Moses in and said, get your people out of here. So Moses picked up with 600,000 men. That's not counting women or children. And they pulled out of Egypt. And when that happened, all the people of Egypt favored Israel, and they gave them gifts on their way out as they left the country. When the king heard that Israel was really gone, and he started thinking about who's going to do all my work because his slaves were gone. And so he took out after them. He took 600 of his best chariots and his fighting men, and they went after Moses and Israel. And so Moses and the entire nation of Israel was backed up against the Red Sea, and Pharaoh was coming in towards them, and it looked like certain death for them. And God told Moses, raise your staff towards the sea, and as he did, God opened up the Red Sea, and the winds blew all night and dried out the bottom of the ocean. The next morning, all Israel went through the Red Sea where the sea was, but there was a wall of the sea on both sides. There was a big path through the whole thing, and Israel was able to walk through. And when they got to the other side, the army of Pharaoh came in after them, trying to follow them, and God let the sea come down in upon them. And when the people of Israel saw the great power of God of delivering them from the Egyptian slavery, they recognized that God loved them and was taking care of them. All right, agents, I think you have enough to solve your case. This is Major Tom, signing off.